It has changed. When it first happened, I thought, this is a good idea. He's learned from the shoulder injury. He's learned that you got to give these things time to heal. You've got to take a step back in order to move forward and make a long-term play. But the fact that this has happened in April and that he's gotten one training camp practice before he had to sit out again. So what are we, May, June, July, we're talking about 4 months he's able to go through one practice, and now he's back out again. And even in his words, it's, I'm absolutely going to be ready.
But I'm scared.
I'm scared, but he had some other term, unless I'm not. It was.
To go to it, because I remember reading this Monday morning when he was first talking about it. Any concern you won't be out there week 1? No. And then a paragraph worth of words of concern. I mean, you know, which is that it's frustrating that what he's gone through, that this did happen back in April. He got the 3 separate MRIs, and they can't quite get it right. And so for a guy like Luck, who the only thing that has stopped him from being the quarterback that we have seen in moments and that we all know his talent level would allow him to be, has been injury. To also, by the way, not be out there when they are. You've talked a lot about the kid from Ohio State, Paris Campbell, and the ability to get young guys involved in this offense, different things they're trying to do. Those practices matter, and obviously his ability to be out there week 1 when they play a very difficult game against the Los Angeles Chargers, who might be the most overall complete team in the AFC, that's a legitimate concern for the Colts and for Luck.
But be fair to Coach Mangini. Coach Mangini said, I am concerned, but the question we posed to him before was, are you concerned about him tearing his Achilles?
Sure.
So that was the question before. It wasn't, are you concerned about his calf? But Coach Mangini brings up a great point. The time makes us concerned because we know that, yeah, in the offseason, you can have guys have surgery. You can see that. They're on the pup. They come back slow. But the guys who have been relatively healthy in the offseason or get injured in the offseason program, you still have a good 2.5, 3 months before training camp where we are right now. To me, the thing that's concerning is I know if I had any one area that had 3 MRIs, I just know the team's not spending the resources on MRIs. I know people think it's silly, but if you get an x-ray, if that will do the job,
that's all they'll do.
They'll stay right there.
Yep.
But you see, oh, I need another MRI. Oh, and I need a third one, and I still haven't improved. So visually, they don't know what the problem is. But there is tremendous discomfort. And now, because it's been so long, this is not a Kevin Durant thing. If you strain your calf, there are some real legitimate problems with it as far as getting it back, especially football players and quarterbacks who play that position because there's so much dropping, there's so much short area quickness that they have to work on that you tear little fibers off the back. So I tore my left one in the 98 season, tore my right one in the 98 season, and always had problems. Besides my shoulder, it's the thing that I have problems with even into my retirement because you get these little modules, you get these little knots in there, and sometimes the scar tissue, it tears away. And you wonder, did I just rip it again? No, it's just the scar tissue breaking itself off the injury.
And you wonder about the medical staff, and you hate to kill any one area, but they got it wrong the last time. And he missed a significant amount the whole season when they got it wrong the last time. So has that changed? Has the staff changed? Has the training staff changed? Or are we just saying, yeah, they're probably right on this. They were wrong on that one, but they're probably right on the process this one. It's like drafting a quarterback in the first round, trading him, and then drafting another quarterback in the first round. Why do we think he's going to be right on the second one if he wasn't right on the first one?
And there's definitely a sense of, haven't we seen this script before? The team's very mysteriously quiet about what the injury actually is and what the treatment is. He sits, he says he wants to go back in, but he's really still sitting, no real timetable. We feel like we've been through all this before with a completely different injury, so I think that speaks to your point. Go ahead.
I just think the fact that it's one practice. He came back for one practice.
Yes.
He didn't come back for a week of practice. It wasn't as he went through the week, he had this soreness. The one practice after all that time off,
and he
couldn't handle it, and he had to shut it down. What makes us think now a couple more weeks or a couple more days is suddenly going to change what 2 or 3 months didn't do?
To me, I believe it gives a great opportunity for the team because right now, Andrew Luck, we know he's back. And the league is better when he's back to being healthy. But this is a spectacular football team that they have. And it really, now they can put maybe the emphasis on that offensive line. Marlon Mack last season was one of 3 players to average 75 yards a game and have 10 touchdowns. Can he stay healthy? So let's take some of that load off of Andrew. Let's put it on some of those other players. You mentioned Paris Campbell. So, yes, injuries are a part of football, but it also creates opportunities. Because Jacoby Brissett's their backup. So it's not like their practices aren't going well. Jacoby can flat sling it. Now, he's not Andrew Luck, but the ability for these younger players to continue to develop. Eric Ebron is still an emerging young player, Pro Bowl season last year. So they're in a better position now than when Andrew got hurt before, where he forced himself into the lineup. They got better assets around him. So that should relieve some of the pressure. But this is going to be a season, just like Todd Gurley, who's practicing every other. We need to watch Andrew Luck and watch and see how he progresses.
You like this team, though.
Oh, I really like this team, and with luck, I think they could potentially be the Super Bowl representative out of the AFC.
Yes.
I also think Jacoby Brissett is on the short list of maybe best backup quarterbacks we have in the NFL. One of the backup quarterbacks who I think one day can be a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's right. 2 years ago, I think it was, Bill Parcells was on speakerphone talking to you, and I kind of eavesdropped hearing how much.
We do kind of that.
Yeah, Coach Parcells was talking up Jacoby, and then we saw him, even though they didn't have a good record, acquit himself very well the year he had to, when he was traded over from New England and pressed into service there. The concern, though, for me, for the Colts is, of course, they can't be the team they would be with Luck without him, but also those highlights we were just running, Luck obviously can drop straight back in the pocket and deliver a strike. But so many of his plays, he's moving. He's moving in the pocket. He's running, keeping his eyes downfield while rolling out to one direction or right there. And that is, I mean, if you got an injured Achilles, you're not going to be, or I'm sorry, an injured calf, you're not going to be able to do those types of things that are one of the things that make him so special.
The reason why Aaron Rodgers didn't have a good season last year, he got dinged in that first game.
Knee injury.
And when you come out of training camp, to me, there's always, I like to measure where I am. My most successful training camps are the ones where I have been consistent day after day. And even though my legs might start the season be a little healthy, I know they're going to recover in a short period of time once we start doing those one-a-days, and I know I'm ready for a November run. When you come out of camp and you still have all these questions, I haven't pushed myself. And I'm going to tell you guys, Andrew Luck, it's underrated what kind of athlete he is. Yes. And if he gets in that pocket, he will move. There's not 7 better athletes at the position than Andrew Luck. So the calf, it is something I'd be more concerned about with Luck compared to Brady or Breeze, because I know they're going to stay in the pocket.
All right, Coach, what are you looking for tonight from Kyler Murray? How do you get this kid to do exactly what you want him to do in a calm state out there?
Well, I don't think he's going to play very long. I think it's going to be one series. If it's a good series, they'll probably get him out after that. If it's not a very good series and they go 3 and out, he may play a second series. So you're not going to see a lot of him. And what you're looking for from the young guys is how the process works, how the procedure works. Are there false start penalties? Are there delay of game penalties? What are the huddle mechanics like? Shifts, motions, if they have any of that. If they're going hurry up or up tempo, how well does he operate that? I remember when Kellen Clemens got in his first action, or Colt McCoy, those young guys, they sometimes seem over-caffeinated. They're so anxious to get to the next step that they're missing steps or they're or overlooking things. So you want to see that sense of calm, see the general overall operation. I don't think you're going to get much of his ability, and everything is going to be scripted for success. As much as they can possibly give him a chance to be successful, they're going to do every single thing they can because they want the rest of the team to believe in him. They want the fan base to believe in him. They want him to get some confidence. And then they'll move into game 2, and he'll get a little more burn.
One thing coaches always talk about is we want to be able to send a message to our fan base and to the NFL. We've been practicing. So I want the things. I want to look like a pro team. So the mechanics of the game, that's what the coach, not necessarily assignment or did you perform the job, but do you look like a pro team? Does he look like an NFL quarterback? In and out of the huddle? Does he let the play clock run down? Is he getting the motions on time? Those are the types of things in the first game. But as far as moving forward, what we're going to see, from this offense and from Kyler, to me, it has to be a different version of what they ran in college as far as the air raid offense. A lot of that is sideline to sideline. In college, the hash marks are so much wider. A lot of people don't realize how much. In college, they're 40 feet apart. So you're playing on the field. The ball could be on this hash, and you can run to all this field. In the NFL, they're only 18 feet apart, 6 inches. So the ball's in the middle of the field. The ball's either on this hash or on this hash. You're always in the middle, so you can't outflank people. You can't outrun them to the sideline. In the NFL, they're too quick. There's too many good pass rushers. They penetrate the line of scrimmage. So, to me, how does this offense adjust? And what are they going to do for Kyler to help him be successful in this new NFL where every college offense that has come to the NFL defenses have destroyed it? Now, it took them a little time to figure out the old Wildcat, but they chewed that one up, threw that one back to college. Now we very seldom are able to see that. So, for me, I want to see how they move forward, how the coach, how the quarterback, and this system, how that marriage works out.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.